Welcome to the shading tab where we're going to be giving basic material to this tomato. What we're going to do is add the material and go ahead and press Shift A, go to your search options and get a gradient texture. This gradient texture is going to be um, it's going to control how much glow or how much dim we want on the material. So let's just get that gradient texture. Then we want to search for color ramp and get a color ramp and place it here. And we want to take this and plug it to the factor and take the ramp and plug it to the base color. Now currently though we can see that I want to take this and change it to spiral spheres, sorry, and or let's just make it a radial, I think. Yeah, radial. Now you can control how much glow you want to see. You want it to be darker at the edge and lighter in the center, or darker in the center, lighter in the edge. It's entirely up to you. But at this point, it's up to you to decide how you want the tomato. But if you look at the basic tomato, you'd see that some part of it is light while some part of it is dark. All right. So this color ramp is going to help us control that. We're going to use a lighter red and a darker red. So let's do it this way. You can see it's already looking well. Don't worry, when we add the HDRI, it's gonna come out. It's still gonna pop out really good. Then let's just you can add a third slider if you want, but let's just move these values closer. And let's look at this. This is really satisfying. It's beginning to look like a tomato, and that is the result that we hope for. Just you might want to up the roughness. Oh, okay, just bring down the roughness a little bit so it looks more shiny, more reflective, like a tomato. So currently though, it's this we need to climb down on this dark value, right? The darker red is, you know what? Let's just leave it. Let's give this one a noise texture, and we're gonna get a color ramp as well. Let's get a color ramp and place it here. We want to take the factor and plug it to the factor, and you want to take the color and plug it to the base color. Now we're gonna adjust a few things here. Let's go and change this to 4D. I want to make sure that the W value or the scale rather is 50. Then if you look at it, if you look at it closely, you see that there's a lot of noise, right? And we want to change this to green. Yeah, this lighter green, and this one I'm gonna change it to a really dark green, I think. Yeah, we're gonna use green as well, but like a really dark one. So we can sort of see the noise on this, right? This is basically how a tomato would look on a normal day. So we want to also plug the color into that roughness as well, so we can have a very fine result. I just plugged the color into the roughness and it's taking time, but okay, this is great. This is fine. If your camera is not going to be too close to the subject, you don't need to worry. You can as well just go ahead and render your work after giving material to the table. But I want to take this one step beyond, and let's just get a bump node and plug this factor to the height and take the strength 2.1. I want to plug the normal into the normal of the principal BSDF, and we should start to see some sort of bumpy thing on it. It shouldn't look so smooth. It should look a little bit rough, yeah, like that. So this is, yeah, this is exactly what we wanted to get, the result we wanted to get. And as for this one, we're gonna go to File, Append, and go to your desktop and find where you have any material that you want to use for the table. And when you get the material, you just append the material. It's not showing on the screen currently though because I don't know, for some reason I can't record what I'm doing outside of Blender. So but I'm actually trying to get a material which I've already gotten, that pine material. So I just selected it for the plane, and it's gonna automatically, do all of the calculations. Blender will help you get normal maps, the texture and everything correctly. And if it's not, it should get it correctly actually. As you can see, it's compiling the shaders. If we're to be using image texture, you can go to UV and unwrap it properly. But since we're not, I think I like this. But we can change the material though. If it's not what we want, we can change it. I want to go to the word setting. I want to give this a HDRI. So we choose an environment. Go to open. Again, I'm in my desktop searching for a HDRI. You can't really see what I'm doing, but that's what I'm doing. I'm searching for a HDRI, and I just picked one. So we're gonna go to cycles, select CPU or GPU as device, depending on the one you want, and under the render, you want to make max sample 120 or something less than 120, so we don't spend the whole day trying to render this. So we want to go to render view and let us see what we have. If the HDRI is not giving you the best, you can just adjust the camera angle or the direction of the lights, something. It's updating the images though, so let's just exercise patience and just wait for a second. There you have it, a table with tomato on it, on top of it, in a street. You can place your camera around here, somewhere here, and just you know get a still render. So I'm sure you guys can just go shift A, go to camera, and then pick a camera. Um, the camera has been added. So what I want to do is go to view, align active camera to view, and then we'll have this. And then we want to go Control B and box select the camera to limit the rendering to the camera. And you want to enable depth of field, click on the eyedropper and select the tomato. I want to give it a value of I think 1.6. That should be fine. That's gonna make the environment a little bit blur. And you want to go Control S to save your work at this point. And you want to go ahead and render this out as an image. So if you go to the um, top left screen, you'd see where render is. That's where you can render it. But currently though, I'm just going to go to view and click on lock camera to view. And now I can move the camera until I get a perfect view that I want. When I get a perfect view that I want, I can now go ahead and render. So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Trying to get a perfect